Hi there everyone, it is currently the 30th of May 2012 and Rob here with your Western Pacific and Eastern Asia weather update. And we're going to be starting off today's day looking at the Western Pacific satellite analysis here, and over Japan last night actually there was a low pressure area that blew through here. Now see this high pressure starting the region behind it. It's going to be bringing much fairer weather across most of the country, but behind that is yet another low, and a really large one at that. Some very heavy rainfall being seen across much of China here. You have that long frontal boundary, and up to about 200 millimeters could be expected there around Shanghai going through the next 24 hours. So definitely is going to be bringing the threat of further flooding out here as that continues to push off towards the east. Farther towards the south though, let's look at the tropics, because Invest 95W now rated a low potential for development by the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, and also JMA has stamped this 1005 HPA low on their 24-hour forecast here just towards the east of Asais, and it does look like model outlooks are all agreeing that something potentially could form up. And here's actually just a quick look at three separate models you have up here in the top left. This is No Gaps GFS here towards the right, and down here towards the bottom this is actually the CMC model. It's actually indicating something forming up a little bit farther off towards the east, just east of Palau here, before pushing off towards the north. I'm not sure if they're actually picking up on Invest 96W or 95W here. And then 96 is another one a little bit farther towards the east. That's falling apart greatly so, though. It does look like this one here a little bit farther towards the west could possibly form up, but if it does so, it does look like it will travel basically kind of due north, just clipping the east coast of the Philippines before pushing off towards the north. But check out what GFS is saying here. Let's continue to watch this going through Friday, Saturday, and the Sunday. They really do want this system to develop. It starts to push off towards the north, and let's look in the Monday and Tuesday. Developing, actually, if it does get this strong, it could be upwards of a typhoon status, just skimming the southeast coast of Japan going into the mid part of next week. Now, always remember, in these long-range forecasts, they may not always be 100% correct, but let's compare this up with No Gaps is saying at this time, because the fact is they're actually somewhat agreeing with GFS here, showing a developing system going through the weekend and then pushing off towards the north, possibly affecting the southern Japanese islands, including Okinawa there, before rushing quickly off there towards the northeast as an extratropical system. But look at this one going into early part of next week. Might see a system blowing by the Kanto region here. So something to closely watch here. Like I said, as always with about these long-range forecasts out to a week out, they're degrading in their accurateness, and and will be corrected over time. But just something to closely watch here is our Invest 95W. And I also want to show you this actually rather neat loop here, showing that cyclonic circulation actually just towards the east of the Philippines. You kind of see that upwards vertical motion over the vorticity spinning there in a counterclockwise motion. So this is indicating the slow development here of our Invest 95W. That's all for right now on the tropics. I also want to turn your attention off here towards the north. We were talking about that low pressure area moving out of China. It's already bringing some widespread thunderstorms there towards the Korean Peninsula. And let's quickly look at the radar imagery, because it does look like some very strong thunderstorms are rolling across much of the Korean Peninsula today. Definitely do stay safe out there. If you hear thunder outside, do not venture outside too much, because that always could bring a very dangerous and even potentially deadly situation. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at WesternPacificWeather.com. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them in the comment box below, and we will continue to keep you updated here on the developments in the tropics and across the rest of Eastern Asia and the Western Pacific. Have a great day.